Hi there, my name is Nicole. Welcome to Creating an Opt-in That Converts. My name is Nicole. For those of you guys that don't know me, I am the creator and CEO of The Daily Pursuit, which is an online community built for aspiring female creatives and online bloggers. So today we're going to talk all about creating an opt-in that converts so that you can convert your readers into potential customers and or clients, determine what kind of opt-in works best for you, and minimize the amount of work it takes to get an opt-in out there, and how to grow your email list like crazy. So we're going to cover all the things about opt-ins. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead, and the way I do this is just make myself smaller, and I've got some slides to share with you. So before we get started, on this page where you're going to find the masterclass video, you will see a button for you to download your bonus. Go ahead and download that if you want and follow along as we go, but I will be covering that bonus. It's going to help you with the entire class. So as you guys know, we're talking about creating an opt-in that converts. So let's go ahead and just dive right in. Again, just repeating for those of you who don't know me, I teach you how to create a profitable side hustle with ease. That way you can connect with your community, your online community, and profit from your passion. Again, I am the creator of The Daily Pursuit. Go ahead and check that out. We talk all things blog, business, and personal development for the multi-passionate blogger. So in today's masterclass, what you're going to walk away with and what you're going to learn is, again, what an opt-in is and why exactly you might need one, how to create a high-converting opt-in, and marketing techniques and strategies for your opt-in. So we're going to learn how to simplify the process of creating a really attractive opt-in, build your email list, and convert those readers into customers and or clients. Basically, we want to lead them to your paid offer. So in terms of the customer journey, we want to kind of think backwards. So we're going to get more into detail about what that looks like and what that means for you. So for some of you who may not know what I'm talking about, we're going to go through just a really plain definition of what an opt-in is. So another term you might have heard of is a lead magnet, and that's going to be the same thing as an opt-in. So put simply, it is what it sounds like. An opt-in is something your readers are opting into in exchange for their email. So here's an example of my opt-in. I offer one opt-in to my audience, and that is the 3-step framework to take you from confused blogger to aspiring creative. So this is my lead magnet. This is where I lead my audience members in return for an email so that I can get them on my email list for email marketing purposes. Now, an opt-in is the actual deliverable that you're going to give your audience. It is going to be a multitude of things. You get to decide what your opt-in is going to be. And we're going to talk more about what exactly the different types of examples of opt-ins are, and how to decide what opt-in is going to work best for you in your blog business. All right, so you're probably thinking, do I need an opt-in? Does everybody need an opt-in? And the answer is completely up to you. So it really depends on which direction you're taking your blog business. If you are one who desires to create paid products and offer services to your potential customers, an opt-in is a gateway to, 1, build your email list, 2, build that trust and authority that you need to sell to those audience members. So we're going to talk more about this and what that means for you. So building your email list is super important, right? And you've probably heard about this a million times in the blogging world, that you need an email list. And the reason you want to have an email list, there's so many reasons. I mean, having an email list is having like your own little community. These are the people that are trusting you with your authority and your expertise, and they're coming to you for advice, for resources, and to get the know on what it is you can provide them. So it's a great form of marketing for your blog, and it's one of the best methods, in my opinion, for converting your readers into paid customers and or clients. But exactly how are you going to get them on your email list, right? That's where your opt-in comes in. An opt-in is, like I said, the gateway to get your readers into that email list community, okay? So instead of just thinking of them as like people you're going to just cold pitch to, think of your email list as a community. If you have that mindset that your email list is your community, it's going to be easier for you to develop something worth opting in for your readers. So your opt-in is going to attract quality leads, build trust, and it solves a problem for your readers. So creating an opt-in is a big part of what we call a sales funnel, and that's what directs your customers on a journey towards your paid services and offers. So when creating your opt-in, think about the paid offers and or services that you want to or already do offer, and ensure that they relate to these offerings. So when you create your opt-in, keep in mind what you are wanting to eventually get them to pay for, in terms of if you're selling them a service or if you're selling them a digital product. You want it to relate. So for example, I talk about blogging and business tips and personal development. My paid offer would be my coaching services. So giving them an opt-in on how to meal prep does not relate at all to the paid service that I want them to sign up for. So it really needs to start out with giving them basic information on what it is I can provide them on a deeper level, but that I promote as a service. So here's just a list of, again, the many reasons you need to have an opt-in, especially if you're going to, quote unquote, sell to your audience. So again, growing your email list, building your authority, creating that trust, which is so essential, you guys. You need to have trust with your readers. That way they're going to convert easier. If they don't trust in who you are and what you're providing them, then they're not going to want to buy from you. They're not going to want to invest in your services. So creating that opt-in is the first step to, quote unquote, build that trust. And then through email marketing, can you continue to provide them valuable information and content on a free platform, okay? And then, of course, it's easier to sell to them. And when we think about selling to our readers, it sounds kind of not nice, right? But that's what we're doing, guys. We're in the business to make money, right? We're profiting from our passion. And if we can go about it the right way, building that trust and authority and expertise, it's going to be easier to sell. It's going to be easier to pitch to them. And already having built that trust by providing your opt-in and continuously building your authority through your email list, it's going to seem effortless. It's not going to seem so salesy because you're not directly asking some stranger out there on the internet, hey, I'm a coach, come invest in my services. Or, hey, I sell these blog planners, I think you really should have one. Okay, so you want to build that trust, that relationship, and that connectivity before we pitch to them. So, what does it mean to have an opt-in that converts? So like I said, we want to convert your audience members, your readers, from having free information into eventually wanting to invest with you and trust you and buy a paid product or a digital product or invest in your services, right? So before you go about creating your first opt-in, it is really, really important that you know who your targeted audience is. So if you don't already have a strong foundation put in place, or what I like to call the 4 pillars, which would be your mission, vision, purpose, and ideal reader avatar or ideal reader audience, you need to know this. So before you can even go about creating a free opt-in, you really need to know exactly who you're marketing to. Who is your ideal audience, okay? So you need to define your target audience before you can even market to them. Otherwise, you're creating this offer without anybody in mind, okay? So have a good understanding of who they are, and you want to solve a problem for them. So what your opt-in is going to do is going to solve a problem, okay? But when we're thinking about solving this challenge or this problem or this struggle that your ideal reader has, you want to solve the question of what for them. That's the free opt-in, is solving the answer of what. Leave the how for a paid offer. So kind of a basic example of what I'm talking about is, okay, so I have the 3-step framework for my audience. And that allows you to go from a confused blogger who has no idea what she's doing, doesn't have the clarity or doesn't have a purpose. And that's going to take you from having no clarity to having clarity on what your purpose is. So I give them the steps, but I don't tell them exactly how. So I leave the how part for my one-on-one coaching or my group coaching program, where I take specific action steps with my client towards achieving how they're going to go from not knowing what they're doing to having complete clarity on their purpose and having set up systems and signature offers and knowing who they are in the blogging world, okay? So if that makes any sense at all, you don't want to give them too much information in your opt-in. Otherwise, you've already given away all the information, and why would they want to invest with you when you've already given them all the information, right? So your opt-in's kind of like a little teaser, right? And to what you can actually offer them on a deeper level that they would have to invest in your services for or your product for. So again, the goal here is to get them on your list, into your email community. So that's where solving that problem is going to draw them in. But you can't solve a problem for them if you don't know what their problem is or their struggle or their challenges, okay? So we want to get specific on that prior to creating this opt-in that's going to convert. Again, it needs to be actionable, and opt-in provides actionable content. It provides sort of a quick win, like I said, that makes them go, oh, okay, then trusting in who you are and your expertise, and again, building that loyalty, which in turn allows you to convert them from an audience member to a paid customer or client way easier. Does that make sense? So let's think about the transformation here. Like I said, we want to give them a little teaser as to what you can offer. So think about how you can take them from point A to point B. Point A being where they're currently at now and what they're struggling with, to point B, where you want them to be, where they'd like to be with this transformation, okay? So knowing who they are, again, is super essential here, okay? If you have no idea who you're marketing to, that's the first step. So think about, what do you want your brand to be known for? What do you want to be the go-to girl in? I want to be the go-to girl in, I want to be the go-to girl on creating an online community. So that's where I'm creating my brand, in connectivity and online community building. So there's sort of a little checklist, and this is included in your bonus offer workbook. So like I said, make sure you download that. But you want to make sure opt-in is easily consumed. You don't want to overwhelm them with a plethora of information. So I wouldn't create like a 20-page workbook or like this massive ebook. I would say like 5 to 6 page workbook is perfect. Again, provides actionable content that they can take action on today. Again, relevant. It needs to be relevant to your brand, to your mission, and to your purpose. So again, like I said, if I give you a freebie on meal prepping, that really wouldn't be relevant to my business at all. Obviously, your opt-in's free. You want to provide good mock-ups. We'll talk more about that, and always include a call to action. So now that we've kind of gone over, in a nutshell, what an opt-in is, how it's beneficial, and how you can create an opt-in that converts easily, I want to talk about marketing. But before we move on to marketing the opt-in, a question I get a lot of is, how many opt-ins do I need? In my opinion, you need one signature opt-in. Having a multitude of opt-ins can get overwhelming. It can get confusing. And again, it's not easily consumable to have so many opt-ins. I would say at most have 3 to 5, depending on what your business looks like. So this is completely up to how your business is run, what you talk about, what your mission is, the type of content you create for your audience. But in my opinion, having just one signature opt-in that has quality content and is free and easily consumable, that's all you need. Now, the opt-in, it just kind of depends on what opt-in you're creating. But again, you want to play around with it. No business is the same. My business is not the same as yours. So just because I have one signature opt-in doesn't mean that might work for you. So you've really got to tailor this to what works best for your business. So play around with it, strategize, try promoting one. If that one doesn't work out, say, okay, let's reevaluate. I'm going to do some market research. Let's find out what other freebie or opt-in I can create for them. So in terms of that question, it's not a yes or a no or an exact answer. Again, no business is the same. So it really just depends, but I don't want you to overwhelm yourself and think you need to have 10 opt-ins, okay? So in terms of marketing, you want to have a landing page where you send your reader and you give them information about your opt-in. So it needs to have a powerful headline, strong copy, call to action, and mock-ups. Okay, these are all pretty self-explanatory. You just want to have a really good landing page that brings your reader to this page that gives them exactly what it is you're offering them. Okay, so emphasize their needs, their struggles and problems, and again, use that transformation. So on my landing page, it's very basic, you guys, but it's powerful because it converts really well. And the transformation I have on there is go from confused blogger to confident creative. That's all I have on there. I have the headline, which is the 3-step framework. I have the tagline or that transformation, and then I have a button for them to download, okay? And there's also a mock-up. The call to action says download yours now or download your free copy now. So don't overthink this. Again, it should not be overwhelming. It needs to be easily consumable. So again, here is that example of my landing page for the 3-step framework, and then there's some mock-ups. If you guys have Canva, use Canva because it's free and it's amazing, and you can create mock-ups from there. Mock-ups are just examples of what the actual opt-in would look like. So mine is a framework, so it's kind of like a workbook / guidebook. So it's, I think, 8 pages. I'm not sure, can't remember. So I just put a couple examples of the pages in there so they know, okay, this is what my opt-in is going to look like. This is what I'm getting. So you're probably thinking, again, now that I've told you how many you might want to have, as far as opt-ins, what kind of opt-in to create. Again, it depends on your business entirely. But workbooks, mini ebooks, email challenges I think should be no more than 5 days long. A video series, again, probably around 5 videos, 5 emails. There's interactive quizzes, there's checklists. Guys, there's so many different examples of opt-ins out there. So get creative. Think about what's going to work best for you, what you're good at. Are you good at video? Are you good at creating mock-ups or ebooks? I'm sorry. Are you better at creating content? If so, an email challenge might be easier for you. So really think about what's going to work best for you. Play around with it. And within this class, I also go through creating an opt-in workbook on Canva with you. So that's just one example. So, where should you market your opt-in? There's so many ways to market this, guys. And again, everything I do, everything I teach, my philosophy is to lessen the overwhelm. So just think in simple terms, what works best for my business? So you can market your opt-in within a blog post, on sidebar widgets of your blog, a call to action headline, in the biography of your social media profile. So as you guys can see, the top right photo, that is just a screenshot of my Instagram page. And in the bio, see, I'm offering my free masterclass. So I have a call to action that says sign up below with a link to this masterclass, and I put that it's free, okay? So say you have like an ebook, or usually I have the 3-step framework up there. Put that transformation up there, or that call to action, and then create a link that's going to take them directly to that opt-in. This is going to grow your email list like crazy, guys, if this is the link in your bio to your Instagram. do it now because it's such an easy way to promote your opt-in. And then, of course, another way to market your opt-in would be on your front page or within your menu of your website. And then, of course, don't forget Pinterest. So create pins that include mock-ups with, again, call to action that will send your reader from the pin straight to your landing page. So really just think simply. Don't overwhelm yourself with this. So we're going to talk about the roadmap on marketing your opt-in. And you guys will need your bonus workbook for this. So you can make notes, but this is in your workbook, like I said. So this is like the most important part of the lesson I want to talk about, and that is the customer journey. And again, do you need an opt-in? If you want to grow your email list, yes. Do you have to sell to your email list? No. But if you are in the market to sell services or digital products, whichever it is that you do, ultimately, yes, you need to think of a customer journey. But when we think about the customer journey, we want to think in terms of going backwards. So ultimately, your opt-in ends with your reader converting in the paid customer or client transition, right? So you want to first think, what paid offers am I going to pitch them? So when you're creating your opt-in, whether you already have one or you want to reevaluate the one that you have currently, let's think backwards, okay? Let's go from the bottom up. What paid offer or service are you going to offer to them? So I'm going to give you my customer journey. I offer one-on-one services for coaching and group coaching. So I know, okay, this is the paid offer that I'm going to be pitching to them. So now I'm going to work backwards. And in the roadmap, you'll see you can go step by step from the customer journey. But that really helps you determine, okay, this is the kind of opt-in I can create for them that solves a problem and gives a quick win, but ultimately makes them have to continue to come to me for information. And eventually, after I build that trust and authority with them and show them that I am an expert in this industry and that I'm a leader in this industry and that I'm a teacher for multi-passionate bloggers, are they going to want to convert from that audience member into a paid client? So one, you create something your audience benefits and can use from. Second, your audience joins your email list in exchange for the opt-in. Third stage is you deliver that opt-in. And fourth is you continuously market to your audience. Keep offering valuable information content that relates to the opt-in, okay? And in terms of email marketing, there is another lesson within this whole entire class that you guys are in that talks about email sequences and how to continuously offer valuable information content to your readers in a non-salesy way. So a really big tip that I have for you guys, please don't leave your audience hanging after they sign up for your email list. Again, it is a community. Don't think of those who sign up for your email list as just people you're going to sell to, okay? We're not in the market to just, cold pitch people. We want to warm up your audience. So you have to continuously offer valuable information and be an expert. Show up. Build that relationship. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of unsubscribers and you're not going to have very good conversion rates in terms of people signing up for your paid offers or purchasing your products. So when you think about the opt-in, when you think about the email marketing, when you think of this whole process in general, I want you to walk away with the mindset that you are building relationships. You are creating connections. You continuously offer valuable information so you can show up as a leader and an expert. So, lastly, before we leave, I want you to know some tools that you can use for your opt-ins. And I know that a lot of us have probably heard of Canva, and that is free. So I'm just going to go through the list. Leadpages. This is an investment per month, but it's one that is a non-negotiable for me. It's great for marketing. I can integrate it with my email marketing program, ConvertKit. And then the landing pages, there's so many, guys. There's just so many templates to go from. That's a great way to create your landing pages is through Leadpages. If that's not an expense you can have right now, ConvertKit, which is an email marketing software, has great landing pages as well, or you can even create them through your website. Apple Pages, if you have a MacBook, you can use that to create opt-ins. Canva for opt-ins. Google Docs for opt-in creation. Adobe Suites for opt-in creation, I use InDesign. And then ConvertKit, I've mentioned that, and that's the program that I demonstrate how to use in this class for email marketing. And then lastly, use Unsplash for free stock photos. Give credit where credit is due, but you guys, I don't have time to take a lot of photos, so Unsplash is my go-to for stock photos. All right, that is the end of the program. I talk about this like it's a TV show. That is the end of this part of the course on creating an opt-in that converts. So yeah, make sure to continue to go through the rest of the program. Again, I walk you through how to create an opt-in on Canva with a free template that I give you. And then I'm going to walk you through email marketing and ConvertKit. So I'm really excited for you guys to finish this whole course. Be sure to tag me on Instagram when you're taking this class at Daily Pursuit Blog. I love to see what everyone does when they're taking classes, like what they're snacking on and what they're wearing, because I'm totally in like sport yoga pants. And yeah, and be sure to download your guidebook. I will see you guys in the next lesson.